stages.
Yeah.
Battlefield, Smashville, Final Destination.
They absolutely hate Lilat, though.
So do I, man. It's terrible. Good for Japan.
I think it might be the worst stage of the legal stages currently. But here we go. Match number 1 on Battlefield. Keeping it simple.
So we've got RSC, whose full tag is... Okay, we've got Girth versus Nyanko.
Okay.
We've got Gary Oak in the building, man.
All right, let's see what he can do. Already starting off with almost a lead.
And there we go. The Sheik Classic gets you with 1 forward air and then gets you with 4 or 5 more forward airs afterward. But at the end of the day, it still only does 30-ish damage for so many hits because that's the nature of Sheik. She does very little damage, but she can get consecutive hits very easily, and she can keep you locked down in the neutral and keep those hits coming.
Oh, and nice up throw to up air.
Yeah, that's the Diddy Kong Classic.
Yeah, that's pretty much the Diddy Kong Classic. That actually doesn't do too much damage either, so it's going to be okay for Nyanko.
Yeah, you're going to see both of these characters going for a lot of grabs into follow-ups. Oh, Nyanko going for a DI mix-up, going for back air when he knew forward throw and down throw wouldn't true combo to anything.
Goodness.
Wow.
That is one of Sheik's main KO moves in this game now after the patches. Getting that up smash is very pivotal in most matchups in this game for her.
It's a very girthy up smash there. Oh, and he's got no jump. What's Nyanko going to do?
Goodness.
Not high enough of a percent for the needles to bouncing fish and combo.
Wow, actually made it back on that one.
Yeah, definitely a close call.
Charge needles right in front of the face, but he does have such a huge lead. It's reasonable. Side B, okay.
Where are this man's bananas? He just got the up throw up air, and I'd say 9 out of 10 Diddy Kongs, you'd see them pluck the banana immediately after that. But instead, Girth is just trying to shove these moves in Nyanko's face. It's not working out, though.
Ooh, it's looking really rough for him.
I feel like Diddy Kong, in order to win this matchup, has to play a lot more patiently than Girth is doing right now.
Oh, that nice Z drop. That was beautiful into grab.
These Japanese players have so much well-rehearsed tech, man. I feel like that's really in their style a lot more than the American players. They'll sit down and actually lab out specific situations like that. Like, okay, what do I do when I have Diddy's banana?
Yeah. Ooh, and nice. Almost getting the bouncing fish KO. Oh, my goodness.
The trade. Oh, I think maybe doing the up B might have pushed him out of the boundary, but he was going to die sooner or later.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a really clean win for Nyanko. Girth might have to choose a different stage or come up with a different strategy on this one.
Yeah, that was very one-sided. It actually looked like Battlefield was pretty bad for Diddy in that matchup based on the way Nyanko played it. But I know that's definitely not universally true. Diddy Kong can use those edges of the platforms for some sick side B cancels.
Oh, yeah, very much true. But for now, it looks like every time he's on the platform, he's in a bad position. Nyanko will just fair him, F-tilt anything, and just cause him to go off the platform.
Right. Diddy Kong can make Battlefield a very powerful stage for him, but he's got to use the right stuff. You know, he's got to be using those platforms to trap Nyanko. But wow, this is what you got to do. If you're playing a Japanese player, if they don't ban this stage, pick it on them.
Yeah, either this or Duck Hunt. Definitely do not like this stage. But this isn't too far off from Battlefield, so interesting choice from Girth.
It depends who you ask, man. It's got 3 platforms and a ground.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just about all it has in common with Battlefield.
And the platforms are kind of similar, so you can still up tilt through them with Sheik, especially on the side ones.
And the center platform being so low to the ground, I feel like benefits Sheik a lot too, because there's 3 places where she can nail you with an up smash.
Yeah.
Rather than only 2. And like it basically gives you the tipper spacing for you. But Nyanko is still playing just as solidly as he was the first game. Going for another back throw DI mix-up, I like that.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to practice his full hop needles to bouncing fish, but he's missing it quite a bit. Definitely going to have to work on that a little before the rest of the matches where it gets a little harder to pull. All right, Diddy Kong's looking for a back air. It's not going to KO, but it does a decent amount of damage, and he can space with it pretty well.
He took way too much time to pull that banana out, man. He needs to have that in his hand at every second of this match that he gets free. And wow, speaking of getting free, side up smash kill. I don't think DI would have allowed him to live that. I think he was dead no matter what.
Yeah, he was at pretty high percent. It's still a little shocking to see that KO. It's not the tipper.
Right. But it does happen, and I like that Nyanko's taking advantage of that. It's like Sheik isn't.
No!
Oh,
unfortunate. Wow. He did not jump then up B, causing him to SD. Definitely not something you want to happen. But good stuff to both players. Nyanko taking
not
that
looking
cleanly.
very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy after that. SDs are definitely quite a bit of an issue in best of 3 2 stock. So
we've had 2 fairly one-sided matchups, but I suppose it's what you can expect from the very first few minutes of a pools broadcast, you know, because you've got the high-level players that they want to select to put on the stream, and then whoever they're going to fight round 1.
Very
so
true.
often you won't see like a nail biter for the first couple minutes, but I know that some of these round 1 pools are stacked, man. So you're going to see some high-level competition eventually. Oh, that's Kirihara, right?
Yes, Kirihara. So the Rosalina that people have been saying might be better than the Buzz. It's weird, though. I
very
haven't
hesitant to accept that claim,
I've
but
heard
it's possible. You never
barely
know.
anything about this guy before. Like, I've heard of him. I was like, oh, it's Kirihara. Okay, cool. And then now it's like, oh, he might be better than the Buzz. That's a bold claim.
I was hearing a lot about him back in the Umebura first anniversary tournament time when Vinny and Nairo went over there. And then I heard something like he went away to like some musical camp or something to like play instruments for a long time.
Sounds like ADHD.
Yeah, exactly.
The player.
Right. And and now he's back. So maybe he learned something, man. His rhythm is on point, and that's why he can play Rosalina and Luma and sync so well or something. I don't know.
If you want to get better at the game, play the trombone for a couple of months, come back, and you're automatically better than the best player with that character. So I want to see what he can do. Like I said, I played him. He's very tough, extremely good, very patient. Literally Mika Neko in Rosalina.
Right. And for those of you guys who don't understand that comparison, Mika Neko was the best Brawl Marth from Japan. And eventually, I think he would be the best Marth in the world.
Yeah.
Like slightly above Mr. R,
Sorry.
right? And Mike Hayes below those guys. But he played such an iron defense, man. This guy would just forward air, down tilt, forward air, down tilt. Maybe a jab and an up B out of shield every now and then. But he took no risks with Marth whatsoever. And that was so scary because Marth's landing lag in Brawl was lower than it is in this game, too. You know, you could just double fair into the ground super safely and get away with it. Now, I want to see how Kirihara puts that style to use with Rosalina, because that's like, you would expect to see that from Rosalina. She's a defensive character.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I've seen times where Kirihara would just stand there and not do anything, and that's very reminiscent of Mika Neko, who would literally, like, imagine being at grand finals of a tournament and pressing no button on your controller for 5 seconds. How does that seem to make sense?
No, it doesn't. And
but that's the playstyle.
If 5 seconds doesn't sound like that much, just watch the game timer when you're watching one of these games. A lot happens in 5 seconds. You can see someone go from like 0 to 80 in 5 seconds,
exactly.
even in Smash 4.
Very true. So I want to see what he's going to do this time around. Japan was practicing with us, but let's see what we can find out about this guy right now. He looks like he has the Pound 2016 controller, so he's been traveling to some nationals.
Oh, and he's playing Ganon?
What?
Oh, I feel bad for this guy, man. He's in for a rude awakening.
Or maybe Kirihara's.
I'm not trying to throw any shade on my man Shade, but wow, this is a rough matchup if I've ever seen one.
This sounds rough. Like, it sounds like if you had just Luma without Rosa, you'd be able to beat Ganon. Like, even with 50 HP.
I think if you just had Luma, you could beat most of the cast. Rosa is really what drags the character down because she's so big and light and floppy.
A big hitbox.
Yeah. But Luma, man, Luma has like frame 3 moves, you know?
I don't know. I'm very interested in seeing this. It looks like Shade has his tech skill down of Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that he's a really high-level Ganondorf player, but I think this matchup is so unfavorable. Maybe the one thing that Ganon has is that knocking Luma away is super easy because all his moves hit so hard, so he can kill Luma from 0% fairly easily. But off the stage is where I really think things are going to get ugly because Ganon's up B and side B are both grab-based. If you put a hitbox in the way, it'll just break you free. And also, Ganon's up B, he has a little punch hitbox on the top that kind of protects him from edge guarding from above. Rosalina's down there will go right through that because it's much bigger. Yeah,
it's pretty much intangible. It goes off her body. It's going to be really rough, but I want to see what he can do. I feel like he might know some tricks that we don't. I'm pretty sure he knew he had to fight Kirihara for like at least a week. So he's been training in this matchup. Hopefully.